Hello, thank you for joining me today on Stacy Lee Beauty. Today I want to show you how I achieved this look using the Balm Nude'tude palette and mostly brown eyeshadows. So stay tuned. I'm going to start, I've put moisturizer on my face and I'm going to put the Benefit the Pore Professional just in my T-zone. Okay, so then I'm going to use the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly on my eyes and use the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in Medium to do my eyebrows. Let's zoom you in and get started. I'm going to take the color Sultry. As you can tell, this is a well-loved palette. This is part of my pan project. And I'm going to take a fluffier brush and put that in the crease and above the crease. I'm going to take a little bit of a fluffier brush too, but more flat, and use the color Seductive. And I'm going to put that in the outer corner and work my way to the center. And then just going to kind of flick it on the rest of the lid. So it's not quite as pigmented, but there's a little bit of color. To deepen it up on the corners, I'm going to go in with the burgundy color Sexy. And I'm using a more dense brush, flatter, for this one. I'm going to go back with my original brush that I used the Sultry up here, but I'm not going to redip it into the pan, and I'm just going to blend everything together. And I think it needs just a little something, so I'm going to go in with the yellowish color Snobby and see how that looks just with a little brush towards the inner corner. For liner, I'm going to use this Laura Geller. This is the Line and Define Dual. It has black on one end and gold on the other, goldish brown. And I got this on sale at Ulta, and I've really been loving it. So if there's an Ulta near you or online, you should check out the Laura Geller items because some of them are really deeply discounted. Of course, a lot of them are sold out, and it just is more like a crayon or marker. I just really like it. It's easy to work with. So I feel like I want just the outer corners just to be a little bit more deep. So I'm going to go in with the tiniest amount of black shadow just right there, and I'm just going to use it from the Nude'tude palette. It is Serious is the name. And just a tiny little brush, because I just think that it needs just a tiny bit darkened. I add a little bit more Sexy on and just go over that. And the black just adds a little bit of depth to it without being too over the top, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of black. And I don't know about you, but I find it's very hard to find a brown mascara. A lot of the brands only do black. I'm trying to find various brown mascaras so that I can test them out and do a battle of mascaras just in brown. So right now I am trying out the Flower Lash Warrior, and this is in brown. This is the first item that I've ever tried from Flower Beauty, and I really like it. I'm very happy with it. It's not quite as wet of a formula as like the Too Faced Better Than Sex or Lash Paradise. It's more of the dry mascara, and the brush isn't, I'll show you, isn't quite as thick and bushy, but I really like it. I feel like it makes my lashes look curled and really like it. It doesn't flake. The brush, see, it's just not like, it's more of a rubberized brush than like kind of the thick other ones, but I really like it. Okay, so I just realized that when I did my eye makeup, I got a sales call and I hit decline and then it didn't start recording. So I finished my look, but it didn't record it. So I'm just gonna walk you through what I was doing. Use any foundation. I just used Pacifica concealer and the Beauty Blender and just kind of bounced it around right here in my T-zone. And then for powder, this is the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation in N10. And once in a while I like to use this if I just want a little bit more coverage than just a brush, and just pat it around. I just find that it gives a good finish without being too cakey. And then once I've got it all applied, I use a big fluffy brush just to blend it all out overall. I can't believe that it wasn't recording. I didn't even know that that happens. So I guess if you're recording a video and you accept a call or decline a call in the middle, it doesn't go back to recording it. Now I know. For blush, this is one of my favorite blush palettes. This is Beauty Bakery. And the two colors that I'm using today, or that I used today, I can always add more blush, right? Is the No Champagne, No Gain, and Stop and Smell the Roses. So I just went in first with the No Champagne, No Gain. And then if I need a little bit deeper, go in with the Stop and Smell the Roses. Just very, very nice. Probably have too much blush on now, so I'm gonna just buff that out. So for highlighter, I've used this a lot. This is the IT Cosmetics Hello Light Cream Illuminator, and the brush, I don't even know what brush this is. The brand has worn off, but I think I need to get a new highlighter brush because the bristles are starting to shed, and it's getting all in here. But it just goes on nice. It's a cream, and so you can pat it on. And sometimes I like to brush it on and then just kind of pat it all out. That way it's not quite such a harsh line. Then for lipstick today, I use the Jordana Easy for Lips retractable pencil in Rose Crush, and here's what it looks like. So you might say, well, that's a little pink, probably for a brown eye, but I find that I like personally doing that for the summer. If I was to do a brown eye for the fall, I would pair it with a deep dark, probably berry color or brownish bronze color. but I feel like for the spring, if you kind of pair it with more of a nude pinkish brown, that it just kind of gives it a more lighter feel. So I put that on first and line my lips, and then this is the Yves Saint Laurent number 7. And this is what it looks like just without it. And now on my lips, I have it over the lip liner. And like I said, I just think that this is a good way to lighten the browns if you're going to do browns, so that they're not so much reading fall. I'd love to know down below if you wear brown all year round, or if you just kind of think of brown as more of a fall color. So I hope that you liked this video. If you did like a tutorial type video like this, let me know down below. And the next time if I do a tutorial and I get interrupted with a phone call, I will know to hit the record button again, and you'll actually see me doing the full face. So sorry about that, but I think that this is a cool look, so I wanted to still get it up. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. And this is the first step. This is my look today. Let me know. I would love